You got Sean and Cameron on today's Morning Huddle from I-24
on the slab,
headed to Chicago. We're excited to be able to serve some folks. We're excited to go check out a business in Chicago. Good morning, John. Nice to have you with us this morning. So, one of the things...
Donnie Marie, good morning. How are you? I hope you're having a great day.
Donnie's like me. She's missing some Florida sunshine.
No doubt. That's what I'm missing.
So, what do you do when your priorities conflict or collide? And of course, Cameron and I run into this all the time, not only in our business and our personal lives, but we run into this with our clientele on a regular basis. And so this morning is a really good example. Normally, every week when we're headed to the airport, we're not dressed like this. But we had a perfect situation. You awake over here, man?
I'm awake, man.
You awake?
I'm awake.
So what do you do when your priorities collide? We had that situation happen where, big time priority, the schedule is crazy right now. We're all over the country.
Got to get to Chicago.
We got to get to Chicago.
Like the Blues Brothers.
But we got to schedule that. We got to schedule that trip in a way that we're still able to do what we need to do with our business and so forth, and support our clientele.
Kevin Barnett, what's happening, brother?
Hey, KB. And at the same time, you can't miss a workout. I mean, that may sound silly, if you're listening to me talk about, hey, you can't miss a workout. But when you travel like we do every single week, or nearly every single week of the year, if we miss a workout when we travel, that would essentially be like, that would be like half of your entire workout for the entire year. So what do you do? What do you do when your priorities collide? What do you do when, you're trying to support your team, you're trying to support your family, and those things collide or conflict?
Yeah.
What do you do when you want to be able to be involved with your kids,
but you got to be at the office.
Or you got to be at the office,
or you got to be, or you got a swim meet. You got a swim meet today, but your daughter's got a swim meet today, but you got to be in Chicago to help with your business, or anything in life, guys. If you're an entrepreneur, step one is
it's always a conflict.
If you're an entrepreneur and you own a business, your body. If you do any research, I've been doing a lot of research on this. Your body has to be in top physical shape to keep your mind sharp, to be able to do the hours that you need to do, to be able to do the things that you have to do. You have to get sleep. You have to drink water. You have to have some type of physical fitness routine, or else you're not going to be at your peak performance state, period. And I've researched this. Sleep, people think, oh, well, I'm an entrepreneur. I work all the time. I don't get enough sleep. That's bullshit. You have got to get sleep, or you're not performing at your optimum level.
And that's on one end. The other end of it is you're not going to be able to do it long term. You're not going to, if you don't get sleep, you're looking at burnout. I mean, you're going to be in a situation where one thing is optimal. The other thing is you're not going to be able to enjoy the ride because you'll burn out. Exactly. You won't have the longevity to be able to make it work. So really what we're talking about this morning is another thing I've been kind of looking into. It's called intentional congruence. Intentional congruence, which tell us about congruency.
Everything in my life being intentionally congruent with where it is I want to go. My business, my family,
my physical body,
my money, everything I'm doing. You and I are talking about buying some real estate. We're talking about buying some real estate, number one, because we want the real estate. But number two, we want the real estate to be a part of our business. It can be intentional. We can enjoy it and have it be an asset to our business, right? Everything we're doing is looking at being intentional, bringing our families along with us when we have to go do business, finding time to do everything. And I would challenge everybody that's listening to this, take a look at your business, take a look at your life, and say, what am I doing right now that's excluding people or my priorities,
yeah.
or what am I doing that's dividing my life? And then how am I being intentional about increasing everybody in my life to be involved? So like my man Kevin Barnett's watching. Kevin Barnett's an entrepreneur. He's a go-getter.
Hey, Alex.
Alex is an entrepreneur. You guys are running businesses, and you also have your families that you're thinking about. How can you involve your families in your business so that you're serving everything at the absolute highest level?
I mean, at the end of the day, we come to you with all our videos, all 4 things: happier clients, better results, making more money, and enjoying the ride. And that's where the longevity comes in. If you put yourself in a situation where when your priorities collide, then one priority takes precedent and the others suffer.
Right.
If that happens on a consistent basis, you're losing the ability to enjoy the ride and you're headed toward burnout.
Exactly. If you're worried about making money, and that's the number one priority, and family is another priority, figure out how to put them together.
So what do you do?
How to put them together.
So what do you do? This guy's got no license plate.
He probably just bought that. Range Rover.
He's cruising at 90 miles an hour.
When you're rolling in a Range Rover, you don't need a license plate.
With no license plate.
Murdered out,
said,
all black.
Screw the law. I'm not worried about it.
Nah.
So what do you do when your priorities collide? Here's what you do. Operate from the belief, number one, that there's always a way. Now, we deal with this all the time. We deal with it all the time. Flights being canceled. How are you going to get home? Like Cameron said, my daughter's got a volleyball game or a swim meet. How am I going to be able to support her in that and still be out traveling, supporting, our clientele? How are we going to support our clientele in the schedule?
Oh, shit.
and travel like we do. I mean, it's a constant. I would submit that priorities colliding is the only constant.
Yeah.
Right? That is the constant. So operating from this belief, number one, that there's always a way, and then putting yourself in a position where all of your energy is toward finding that way. Now that may sound simplistic, but you know what? It is absolutely true. If you don't come at things from the standpoint of there's always a way, then one priority will suffer at the mercy of another priority, and that's not going to have you in a position to be long-term fulfilled, and that's not what you're trying to be. I mean, as an entrepreneur, you want to be everything.
What's the point of doing it? What's the point of doing it if not? I mean, go get a job, go get a 9 to 5 and punch a clock and not have to worry about it. If you're going to be an entrepreneur and you're going to go after it, figure out a way to make it intentionally congruent with your life. And
there's always a way, in one form or fashion. I think I just spilled water all over this mic.
That's all right.
There's always a way. Hell, it's a brand new mic. I hate to burn it up. There's always a way to be able to make things work. So,
always.
Getting creative comes from this belief that there's always a way. And without that belief, then your energy is not spent in the right place, and it boils down to, well, I just got to do this one thing because in this moment it's going to take priority and my other priorities end up suffering. You know what? There is always a way to be able to make something work. Always. It may be something that you've never figured out. It may be something that you've never been faced with before, but somebody somehow, somewhere has figured out a way, and that means that you and I can too. There's Brandy. Good morning, Brandy. What we're talking about here is, what do you do when your priorities collide, when they conflict?
You got to be somewhere, you got to do something. You got a Christmas party to go to with your wife, but you got a thing to do in your business, or
maybe you have a Christmas party with your wife's family.
Yeah.
And it conflicts with another Christmas party, whatever.
Yeah. You got to figure out a way to make it happen.
This may sound like a small thing, but I'm telling you, it's one of the most important things toward you having longevity and being able to enjoy the ride. We probably run into this more so than most because we travel so often, and being able to keep the priority of being a good father, a good spouse, a great business owner, knocking the socks off of the results that you're trying to get, supporting your clients at the highest level. If you want to be really top-notch at all of those things, then you got to operate from a belief that in every situation, there's always a way. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. So
figured out the way.
We had to, in order not to miss a workout and to be able to get food scheduled in there just right, Cameron and I had to be at the gym early this morning and roll directly from the gym to the airport. So yes, it is probably, I don't know what the temperature is, 30 degrees,
it's not
whatever. And it's going to be colder than that in Chicago. But we're going to roll into the Nashville airport in shorts. Actually, you got pants.
Yeah.
I'm rolling into the airport with shorts. Good morning, Lauren Bailey. There's your lovely wife right
Lauren
there.
Marie Bailey. She's a little hustler now. You gotta watch
Lauren
her.
is hustling big time. Lauren is hustling.
So guys, what we're talking about is being on purpose with your decision making, figuring out what your priorities are, and creating intentional congruence. If you don't have problems in your life, you're not doing things big enough. You want problems. You want big problems.
You want those priority conflicts.
And you want to be able to solve them. That's when you know that you're doing things and moving in the right direction. If you don't have problems, you're stagnant. And when you're stagnant, you're not growing.
Operate from the belief that there's always a way. Don't waste any energy on, geez, why do I have this conflict? Put all your energy on, there's always a way, or operate from this belief there's always a way, and now put all your energy in how? How can I? What's the way? How can we make it happen? And there's always a way. So,
It's Thursday, man.
That is what we would share with you. It's all about you having happier clients, better results, making more money, and enjoying the ride. Lauren, Brandy, Alex, KB, Jenny, Donnie, John, thank you guys for joining us this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Go kill it today on Thursday.
Donnie, I hope...
Donnie said it looks pretty warm here.
I hope that it does. It's deceiving, Donnie. I hope that you have 70-degree weather in your very near future.
Yeah, Brady said you're going to smell like sweat on purpose. I said, yeah. Nah.
Thanks, you guys, for joining us on today's Morning Huddle. Have a great day.
See you guys.